What's up guys, Zinigami here. Let's go through 30 stamina Kimono Impel Down units part 2. Now in this one, a condition is that you can only, the only orbs that are going to show up are Strength, Dex, Quick, Int, and Psi orbs. So only the main color orbs. You're not going to get any Tana orbs, you're not going to get any food orbs. So if you want to heal, you want to bring somebody that heals every turn. And the final boss of this stage is Croc, and he is going to be a strength unit with a decent amount of defense and health. So we want to bring a quick team if you can, or at least bring a good, strong, quick character on your team. Now, like I said, there's no way to heal because you're not going to get food orbs. There's actually only 2 food orbs that you're going to get throughout this entire island. Naturally, all the other food orbs you're going to have to make yourself if you want food orbs. But if you bring a Marco captain, an L captain, or a friend an L captain, then you get all the healing you want because an L will just heal you every turn. Isn't that great? And then if we have a Marco's going to reduce the damage we take by 30%, which makes everything nice and super easy. But we do have to pay a little bit of attention because Croc hits a little bit hard. We're going to be using our Usopp on stage 6. Which is going to be Mr. 3. So that way we can get past Mr. 3. But up until here, stage 1, stage 2, we're just going to stall normally. Stage 3, if you want to get some extra turns off on your stage 3, what you can do is you can intentionally take some hits on stage 3, or intentionally let some of the characters on stage 3 attack. Because the stage 3 guys are your usual giants that will, or usual big units that will lock their weakness for or actually they lock it for 2 turns in this case. So if you have, for example, we'll see what types we get next stage, and I'll see if I want to stall or not. But with an L captain, or you can use double an L on this stage too. Double an L works fine. I just like my Marco captains because he does give me an extra heal too. And so we can let one of these quick guys attack, and then he'll lock my Streaming Wolf Zoro. Now, Streaming Wolf Zoro is definitely not necessary. You don't need to have a Streaming Wolf Zoro. He's just there just in case for Croc. You can also bring someone like Mr. 3 to stall extra turn. You can bring someone like Mihawk for extra damage. You can bring Doflamingo. I highly recommend Doflamingo if you got him. Doflamingo does give you so much extra damage. So those are all great characters to bring. I just bring Streaming Wolf Zoro because I hadn't taken him out for a walk for a while, so I'm going to be using him. Plenty of characters you can replace Streaming Wolf Zoro for. And Kaku, of course, not as useful if you're bringing a Marco, because Marco will also work as an orb booster. Rob Lucci is only here because he's got a high quick attack value. And Golden Pound Usopp, of course, is always nice. You can never really lose out on your Usopps. Usopp is always good, good, good. Stage 4, once again, this is going to be the only time that we're getting food orbs. He will swap and give you 2 food orbs, 1 at each captain. That's always the same thing. He'll always give 1 food orb to each captain. After that, just take the guys in the back row down. And then you can take your time attacking the front 3 units 1 at a time. Gives you a lot of turn to stall on this island. So attack back row first, kill front row second. These guys hit like wimps, so easy peasy. If you bring a team like I don't recommend teams that usually rely on healing, but I do recommend teams that give you lots of health, like double Aokiji teams, double Garp teams, double Doflamingo teams. Any of those 2 times attack, 2 times health captains will do great on this island just because you have so much health. It's very hard for... everything on this island just hits for like a moderate amount. This stage you actually can get lots of stalling on because the big cannon dude in the back will sometimes have like a 4-turn cooldown. So you have a lot of time you can wait on this turn right here. You can see even my Marco cooldown. My Marco should have a 25... My friend Marco... Actually, I think this guy has skill ups on his Marco, so it's less than 25 turns. But we got plenty of time to get all our specials up, even just stalling kind of casually. Anyway, we got our stage, stage 6, Mr. 3. The secret stage for this island is Bon Clay. Bon Clay is an int unit, and he will lock your quick characters. But I haven't actually seen him yet myself. We're going to use our Golden Pound Usopp here. The most dangerous thing about Bon Clay is his under 20% attack and all the units around him. All the units around him will attack for about 2,500. So make sure you take those guys out first. You don't really want to take hits from them. Bon Clay himself only attacks for 3,000, so he's actually really weak. He doesn't hit for very much at all. But we don't. Every other turn, he's gonna lock one of your units for 2 turns. One random non-captain unit for 2 turns. Every 2 turns he'll lock. But make sure you avoid that under 20% ability, because under 20% he will deal 95% of your health as attack to you. He also, I forgot about his preemptive attack. His preemptive attack will reduce the chance of getting quick and dex orbs for 99 turns. And here's his lock again. He doesn't do it until he attacks, so I wasn't too concerned about that 20%. I was just concerned about getting him lower. But we do have greatly reduced chance of getting our dex and quick orbs, so you can always bring a int team, a side team, or a strength team. Because basically at this point you're just going to see one of these 3 colors most of the time, so it's really easy to get one of those 3. Croc will reduce the chance of us getting psi or int, or reduce psi or int attack by 75% for 2 turns. So if you're using a double Gart team or a strong Shanks team or something like that, or an int team, just stall out those first 2 turns. He'll also poison you for 2,100 damage every turn, which is a bit of a hefty hit there. That's what we have Marco for, to take that extra heal. And Croc will attack you for 7,100 every 2 turns, but he has just shy of 1 million health. So that's a pretty amount of health that Croc has right there. We're going to use Streamwell Zoro on the first hit. Nice and easy. If you have 2 NLs, of course, you're going to be healing more than you're going to be taking damage. If you have 2 well leveled up NLs. So if you have double NL, you only have to worry about how much damage you're going to be doing to Croc. And you can actually take a few hits from Croc too. So we'll negate this one. Under 50%, Croc will buff his defense for 3 turns. And Croc actually begins with about 1,000 defense, and with the buff, he has about 2,100 defense, I believe. I'm sorry. He has about 1,000 defense, and he buffs it, and he should go up to about 2,000 defense. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm actually going to use I'll just use it next turn, so that way I can heal back to full. So Croc attacks for 7,000 damage every 2 turns. Under 20%, he'll attack you for 10,000 damage, which isn't actually that bad. He attacks you for 10,000 damage and shuffles orbs a bit. So even with his defense, I can deal a little bit of damage here, but with with Enel and Marco, you want to use Enel first and then your Marco. Or with double Enel, you want to make sure you use Enel whenever you're sure you're going to kill him, because Enel will bring you within your poison will definitely kill you if you use that Enel special, so be very careful about when you use that. There we go. Marco heals us back to full, so we get my Marco Captain active again. And I could use Rob Lucci, but I mean, who cares? All we gotta do is punch him down with double our attack damage. Oh, he survives. So we'll take a hit here. He'll bring us down to barely any health.
Look, Mom, I'm famous.
Woo. And thanks, Marco, for reducing that damage. I guess I do need to use that Rob Lucci. So now I only have a Marco. Now my Nell's the only captain I have. My Marco is useless? That's okay. As soon as his defense reduction goes away, we should be able to kill him next turn. It's a little silly. I didn't do my stuff as well as I should. Ooh, Golden Dawn Usopp. Because it's always nice just to be safe. Come on, Croc. I want to move on to bigger and better things. There we go. The actual characters themselves. So the skill books that drop on this island are Sabo's 6-star Sabo skill books. Very, very good. There's Stronghold Chopper, there's Thatch, and there's Jabra. So those are the skill books that drop on this. Those are the good skill books that drop on this island. And as far as what the actual characters do, Bon Clay is an int freedom fighter character. Bon Clay, his captain ability is he boosts the attack of fighter and freedom characters by 1.75 and boosts their recovery by 1.2 times. Not really a good captain ability. His special, however, is really, really cool in that it reduces your silence, that's captain silence, by 5 turns and heals 10 times his health. So as far as I can remember, that 5-turn silence reduction is the largest silence reduction we have so far in the game. So that's a whole 5 turns from that Banquet silence. Very, very cool. Mr. 3 that I just got, where are you, Mr. 3? He's a quick unit. Mr. 3's captain ability is boost slasher and knowledge character attack by 1.5 times, and they're recovered by 1.5 times. Kinda okay, not really great. In fact, it's kind of bad. I didn't even mean to say it's okay. It's just a bad captain ability. His special is deals 10 times his attack to all enemies and change adjacent orbs to G orbs. So he is now the second character that gives us loud G orbs. And those G orbs are orbs that will boost your character's attack by 1.5 times. So they're weaker than a regular matching orb. Like a strength orb on a strength character gives you 2 times attack. A G orb on a strength character gives you 1.5 times attack. But G orbs work on any character, doesn't matter what kind of character they are. So that is kind of cool. Another way for us to get loud G orbs, because there's the G. And then we have our strength Croc. Here we go, Croc. His captain ability is he boosts the attack of knowledge and ambition characters by 2 times. Pretty decent captain ability. And his special changes his own orb to strength orb. He shuffles every other orb that you have, and then he deals 10% of the enemy's current health in damage. So it's a little bit better than story mode Croc. His max attack isn't too... we don't know exactly what his max attack gets to yet, but it seems to be pretty decent, probably up over 1,000 it seems right now. So this Croc it's pretty decent. The Mr. 3, or the Bon Clay is probably the most useful one with his 5-turn silence reduction. And the Mr. 3 is okay. Mr. 3 is actually the weakest of these 3 units. But we do get Sabo skill books, so I highly recommend getting those if you have your Sabo. Thatch skill books are really good. Thatch is a great unit, and Jabra, and is the quick Jabra, I believe it is. I don't remember. Let me see which skill book I got. Do I have them? Thatch skill book, I believe, is a quick Jabra skill book. But anyways, guys, good luck. That's the island. You're gonna see some more teams after this. I've been Zinigami. Y'all stay beautiful.